Fire.
You don't get that torch away from the mic. God damn.
He's starting a barn fire.
I'm thinking the mic fucked up. I'm like, oh shit, we done fucked up.
You got no fire suppression system in here, do you? I'm gonna set that shit off.
Sound beautiful though.
Nah, it shit sound like it was a...
It's the only thing you hear in the mic. I'm like, that's a fire.
That's a fire.
Mic check 1 2 1 2, man. 1 2 1 2. We are here on location. My favorite place in the world. AG Cigars. We here, man. We here. Something to Smoke 2 podcast. You might want to turn me down a little bit. Check. Something to Smoke 2 podcast, man. We here, AG Cigars, man. I'm loving it. It's another, well, this ain't even Sunday no more. We Tuesday?
Yeah.
It's my birthday, y'all.
Happy birthday, brother.
Hey, man, having a good time.
Bro.
Having a good time. I've had a good day all day. Did a little real estate. Smoked a couple cigars. Made a little money.
That's what's up.
Nice. The easy way. Let's go. Yep. Something to Smoke 2 podcast, man. We are here. Y'all know how we do it. We smoking, we drinking. I'm going to go around the room, see what you're smoking, what you're drinking. Trav, what up, man? We're going to start with you tonight.
What's going on, man? Smoking Lost City. Sipping on a little bamboo.
I wonder where you got that from.
From a dear good friend.
Look right behind everybody.
Hey, Trav working his ass off. He deserves that damn
Oh, shit.
Appreciate it, brother. Really, really appreciate it, man.
What you drinking, bro?
A little bamboo and pineapple.
Are you supposed to be drinking that?
Special occasion.
Okay.
We might have to do an amendment on our topics for tonight since it's such a hot topic around here.
It's probably going to be a couple of minutes.
There we go. We're going to call an audible, flag on the play, Kenny throwing it.
Hey,
Nobody brought the flag. Nobody brought the flag.
We forgot the flag, but we can figure something to throw it in there.
Hey, this is our first away game, so we got to get used to that.
Yeah. Something to Smoke 2 podcast. Steve-O, we're going to you, brother. What you smoking, what you drinking?
All right, so tonight I got a Opus X by Arturo Fuente Shark.
Yeah.
And I'm pairing it currently.
Wonder where you got that from.
Yeah, wonder where I got it from. Everybody just look straight behind the cameras over there. That's where it came from.
Yeah.
Pairing it with some Crown Royal, but it's a little bit of a special Crown Royal that brother Chris brought to the table tonight that he got from a client.
Scotty, my buddy Scotty, he's in here in the shop with me every day, man, smoking. He's working. I got his house under contract in probably a day and a half, and he figured he'd want to give me my closing gift before we close.
Tell him we appreciate it. And the bottle was bottled in what, 1960?
1960. We are drinking 1960 Crown Royal.
Yeah, put that in perspective. That's a 60-plus-year-old bottle over there, preserved, not aged.
That bottle almost older than Eddie, man.
Yeah, almost.
It's close.
That's really old ass bottle.
What's up, Guado?
Smokey, what up, dog?
Ain't nothing too
What you
much,
smoking,
brother.
what you drinking?
I'm smoking on the Java Mint for all my infused people.
Java.
Y'all already know what's going on. Java Mint by Drury Estate.
Yeah.
I already got flagged about it already, so you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got flagged. Okay.
There's a little side eye.
Just a little side eye, but we got to keep it going for our infused people, man.
I would say what you're drinking, but it's already gone.
Hey, but then, man, I'm about to fill it back up. I'm drinking on a little bit of that bamboo. Y'all know I love to keep it sweet.
Okay.
And feel it good, baby.
Hey, man. And I am smoking the Padron 40th, man. This is one of my favorite cigars, at least top 10. I love it, man. I'm drinking on the 1960 Crown Royal. Tonight, man, it's a special night. We've been waiting on this episode for a long time since we planned this podcast. I've been talking about coming in here to my favorite spot, AG Cigars. And we got two of my favorite people in the world in the building, man. Mike, Kenny, Mike, the owner, AG Cigars. Kenny, one of my favorite tobacconists. What's going on, brothers?
Enjoying
Good,
it.
man.
Enjoying it. Thanks for
Enjoying.
coming. We appreciate
Thanks
you
for
guys
having
taking
us.
the time to come. Yep.
Hey, so we're going to go with tradition. I'm going to start with Mike. What you smoking, what you drinking, brother?
So what I'm smoking is a prototype cigar from Ed Reed.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know the GOAT.
Yeah.
Travis turned that head pretty fast.
Yeah.
So it is Mexican San Andreas Maduro wrapper, placentia, filler binder, rolled by the placencias.
Yeah.
He's looking to get this thing out here hopefully in the next couple months.
Yeah.
First time I've smoked the Maduro.
Yeah.
And it's starting out great. So I'm really proud of Ed for putting it together like this. Looks like it's going to be a staple in our shop going forward.
All right.
Plus, it's really, the guy didn't put his name on the cigar. He blended the cigar, and his name happened to go on the cigar after he had put the blend together. So a little bit different than some of the other athletes do it.
Yeah,
So,
we spoke about Ed Reed's cigar coming, and now we got the exclusive. You're smoking it tonight, man. That is beautiful.
and Ed was excited. He happened to walk in the shop today.
Yeah.
And I told him about the cast and everything. He said, "What time is it? Is it live?" I said, "No, it's on YouTube." He said, "Send me the info. I definitely want to look at it.
Oh, wow.
Maybe there'd be a
That's
time
what's
we
up.
could get together."
Man,
what's up,
we,
man.
you know we would love it, man.
Big ups
We
to Ed
will
Reed.
love it.
That is
Shout
the
out to
GOAT.
Ed
Reed,
Reed.
The
man.
GOAT.
So
Let me-
and then when Kenny and I are sharing a bottle of 2018 Perlu Beckstoffer, a very, very good wine, very smooth.
You said 2018?
2018 Beckstoffer.
Oh man.
Why you looking at him like that, Steve?
It's only one crime, Steve. It ain't 19
Hey, that
crimes,
sound like
Steve. It's only
that
one
sound like
crime.
a cat that got one of them wine cellars in the bottom of the house.
He do.
Something like that.
Hey, I just want to say the way my checking account is set up, or the way that my bank account is set up, I got a checking and a savings. I would have had to tap into both of them.
Yes, sir.
And what, those that have been watching the podcast know we speak about Mike quite a bit, especially with his wine taste. And Steve's wine taste is they're probably both ends of the spectrum.
One on the lower end is tax.
But that's the beauty. We all like something different. There's nothing
That
wrong with
is.
Damn right. I'm gonna keep it at that $10 price level for the previous reason I just explained.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey
man.
Mike, how would you compare that, or what placencia cigar would you compare that one to?
So let's do it a little bit later. I'm just getting into it now.
Yeah.
So let's do it a little bit later.
That's what I'm
This
talking
is
about.
really your
That's
first
what's up.
taste on that, then.
But
That's
yeah,
what
this
I'm
is
talking
literally
about,
my
Mike.
first taste on the cigar.
That is all
What's
right.
up?
Mike controlling the boards. He say, "Wait on the cig. We're not doing that." Kenny, man, what you smoking?
What's
What you
that?
smoking? We already know what you're drinking. What you smoking?
I'm smoking one of my favorites, the Padron 1926 90th anniversary.
90th.
Yep. One of my favorite cigars.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Not playing.
I'm glad you showed up tonight. That's my guy. AG Cigars, man. Something to Smoke To podcast. We're gonna get right into it. We smoking, we drinking, we having a good time, man.
Can I, Chris?
Yes, sir.
You're drinking just the 60 Crown?
I'm drinking the 60 Crown. Yes, sir. Loving it. It's real smooth. Gotta say, it's pairing real well with this Padron 40th. Something to Smoke To podcast, man. I gotta ask you. I'm gonna start with y'all. How was your week? How was your week so far?
Well, my week was great so far. So far as everything is going according to plan. Can't complain.
Okay.
Yep.
What about you, Mike?
That's beautiful, man. We had a little bit of rain, but it's just a little bit of rain.
Yeah, we had a little rain. Postpone us a little bit.
We
but
did.
We here now.
Everybody's
Bring us in
healthy. Chris came by for his birthday. Really cool to have him here for his birthday. Much
Hey, man.
appreciated.
I want to even discuss what you gave me.
Doing the podcast on the birthday.
Hey man, we gotta work it. Gotta work it. We're trying to build something, man. Trav, how was your week, brother?
I gotta say it's a normal week. Had a really good Sunday, man. Shout out to my little baby girl. Birthday was Sunday. Happy birthday, or happy belated birthday, baby.
Happy birthday, Steve-O, how was your week, brother?
And it's only Tuesday, but so far everything is good. In a happy spot yesterday and today, so really can't complain about nothing. Work's going good today.
Today?
Today, I always take it day by day because every
one-
day ain't gonna be a good day.
One day at a time, man.
One day at a
One day at a time. Smoking, how was your week, brother?
Hey man, so far so good, man. You know me, always running behind the kids. It's been all right. I've been taking a couple of days off on them, though. I've been putting them on other people to take them to practice and get them to the house.
You got the Uber service working for you?
Yeah, and you know I gotta beat my honeydew list down. You know how it goes.
So ever since you bought that new car, you got a honeydew list.
Hey man, stop talking about it.
Hey, man.
Hey, I saw them.
Jasmine bought a new car.
Yeah. Hey, I saw them ride by the house the other day. Smoke was driving and Jazz was in the back seat.
I at work.
Wait a minute.
She in the back seat, bro.
It's my story. I tell her how I want.
You know how it is,
That recliner action.
Oh man. Well, like I said, man, I've had a good week, man. I'm glad to be here. This place is real special for me because this place actually, I started coming here when the bar actually started. Yeah. And I remember my first day coming in here, and I met Mike, and I asked him, I've smoked a cigar before, but I'm trying to get into it. And he started asking me a list of questions, what I like to eat, what I like to drink, and he pointed me to a cigar that he probably shouldn't have pointed me to, but it gave me a shocking awe. Do you remember what you pointed me to, Mike?
No, sir.
The Don Carlos, Arturo Fuente Don Carlos, is the first cigar he pointed me to.
Beautiful cigar, man. Beautiful.
I've been on this journey ever since. I'm gonna start with Mike, man. How I want to say, what got you started in the cigar industry?
Well, we've been here 18 and a half years now. Mm-hmm. So about 20 years ago, started looking at maybe starting a business, working for a company that looked like it was struggling. And I said, I got to figure a way to support my family.
Right.
So I started saving money, and happened to run across this. Always enjoyed cigars, probably since 10 years before I opened the shop. And it's just a natural fit, and it's been better than I expected it to be. It's been a blessing in my life, yeah.
It's been a great journey, huh?
Yeah.
Kenny, how you get started in the industry, brother?
Well, I got started back in 1996. It's back then. I was part of Motorcycle Club. All the fellas, we started.
You was in the
riding.
Motorcycle Club?
Yes. Newark Knights. Shout out to the Newark Knights. We started. So most of the fellas, my boy E, he was the one that introduced me to smoking cigars, and I've been smoking ever since.
So how y'all relationship started?
Well, we worked together. So
I'm talking about you and Mike's.
Oh, when I first moved here from Jersey in 2015, my boy E bought me by the shop because he was already here for a couple years.
Yeah.
And I met Mike, and just the way he greeted me and the way he treated me, I was like, man, I done found me a new home.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
And I've been coming ever since. Even before I started working here, I used to come through, and I felt like part of the family.
Yeah.
Because this the way, AG is. We all a family.
That's right.
We don't, we treat everybody the same.
Yeah.
And I just fit right in. I felt like I was at home.
Yeah.
And we just bonded, and me and Mike took a liking, and we bonded with each other right away. And before you know it, he offered me the opportunity. He's like, yo, you want to work here?
That's what's up.
Yo, his ass was working for the post office and fell asleep on the fucking chair.
We ain't going to talk about that.
Okay, Mike.
We ain't going to talk about that.
Now we can get it out, Mike.
They've been arguing ever since.
We ain't going to talk about that.
My boy was
I like
out.
it.
How many years now, Kenny? How many years you been here?
I've been here since 15.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I got to say myself, I got to come by and sit in and smoke.
Yeah.
Because I never really came by and just sit and smoke.
I need to quit one of my jobs so I can come back.
It's one of the best places to be, man. Something to Smoke To podcast, man. So Mike, how long have you been doing this?
18 and a half years now.
18 and a half years.
September to be 19 years.
Wow.
Yep.
So you've met a lot of people in the industry, huh?
Been very fortunate to come across a lot of very good people, a lot of great individuals that come in and part of the family of the shop.
Yeah.
You make a lot of relationships, as you know. You get to know people, and in general, people are really good in the cigar industry. It's really a family setup, and so when you meet the matriarchs of these different families, and you get to sit and chat with them, and you learn so much, and it's just really, it's a great industry to be in. Yeah. Very fortunate to be part of it.
You get a real respect for the industry after meeting the people.
And the processes it takes to make a lost city, right? I mean, unbelievable Opus Shark, cigars like that.
We're going to get into what's your favorite.
Definitely.
In a second.
Let me ask you a question, man.
Chime in, brother. Y'all chime in when you're ready.
How many celebrities you done met around here in Canada that just come in and grab a cigar?
Oh, hell.
It's probably, 15, 20, would you say, Kenny? It's not a huge number.
Yeah.
But when they come in, they're just somebody. And no disrespect to them. Shout out to every one of them for what they do and great respect for it. But, we don't want to treat them like, oh, my gosh, Ed Reed walked in the store, right? Mr. Reed, how you doing today? Great to see you, man. What can we do for you, right?
You treat them like family.
Yeah, the nicest person you ever meet, man.
Yeah.
And everybody's pulling on Ed, and I don't want to be one of those people that do that. I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Brian Cox. Though.
Yeah.
Brian Cox come through?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. That's all right. That's an R&B legend, man.
No.
Brian Cox. Not Brian. Brian. Michael Cox.
No, Brian Cox from the Miami Dolphins.
That's what's up.
Football. Okay. I see you, brother. See you. Miami in the building. What up, Trav?
All day. Nowhere is greater.
Yeah. Something to Smoke To podcast. I got to keep it going with my brothers over here, Mike and Kenny. I want to know, and the people want to know. Starting with Kenny, what's your favorite cigar, favorite pairing?
My favorite cigar is, I just love Padrons.
Yeah.
The 90th is my favorite. And my regular everyday go-to is the 3000 series. And that's pretty much what I smoke every day. And my pairings lately been my healthy wine. So you notice I've been on my journey.
Yes, sir.
Most of you that know me, I done lost like almost 70 pounds. So I've been
awesome.
Congratulations
on my healthy path lately.
Right. Congratulations.
So lately I've been drinking my healthy wine, low sugar, low alcohol. Yeah. And that's what I've been pairing with my
Does that include the one you're drinking right now?
No.
Hold on. This is the first flag on the plate.
But trust me, I do miss my scotch and my bourbon and my cognac.
What was your preferred scotch? You got it next to you.
I got you.
Oh man, I like my McCallum's. I like the bourbon. I like my Weller 107.
Yeah.
And I love that Hennessy privilege.
We both love that Weller.
Yeah.
What you got for him, Steve?
I just wanted to throw the first flag on the plate because we forgot to bring it tonight because he was riding Travis about cheating. And it sat right here, right now, and he's cheating his damn self. I mean, just destroyed Travis from the time he walked in the store today.
Hey, well, I'm going to let the people know, man.
Hey, Kenny, how's it tasting to you?
But this wine is not as sweet as that pineapple juice.
Now we compare it. Come on, man.
With the bamboo. The bamboo plus the pineapple.
I forgot about the bamboo, too.
Yeah,
that sugar there, baby.
Well, I'm gonna tell you when my brother Mike give you a bottle, you can't turn that down. Brother.
It's okay.
That might be a one-time thing, and plus it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Mike, what's up, bro? What's your favorite cigar? What's your favorite pairing?
Favorite cigar? It's probably the best cigar in the world, which is Padron 40th Maduro.
I'm smoking right now.
Day in, day out, consistency's sake.
Yeah.
I put it up against any cigar made in the world. I enjoy them. They're not for everybody.
Right.
But smoking enough cigars, it's really, and if you're putting something close to it, Don Carlos Robusto.
Yeah.
Great respect. Call out, shout out to Senior. That was his cigar, and just a wonderful icon of the business, just like Mr. Padron.
Right.
And so you love great cigars made by people who make cigars for the passion of making a cigar, not for making a dollar.
Right.
That happens naturally. So, 2 beautiful cigars, put them up against anything.
You gotta love what you're doing.
Yeah, they do.
I love it, man. What's your favorite pairing right now?
So I've been wine called Arkenstone out of a little vineyard up in Napa. They got 13 acres. They farm each year to get grapes off of it. Very small yield, phenomenal wine.
Yeah.
Tastes are great. It's really, really a good.
That's Arkenstone, right?
The Arkenstone, yes.
Is it easy for you to get?
You have to. It's very difficult to find. So usually you'll go to the vineyard and order.
What a
It's
range.
very hard to find.
So do you keep it for yourself, or do you come across it by chance every now and again?
What do you mean by that?
As far as, do you have it available to you whenever you want it? Because you said it's a very limited wine that they're
I do
putting
have
out.
it available right now, and if I want more, it can become available as well.
All right.
He basically tell you, I get what I want when I want it.
I didn't say that.
So they know you by name? Is that what you're saying?
No, sir. I didn't say that.
He didn't say it.
Yeah, they do know him by name. He might not tell you, but I'm gonna break the news. It's on the Smoke 2 podcast, man. I'm having a good time. Trav, we trying to get it in, man. Hey, turn this up a little bit. How that Lost City smoking for you, brother? I smell it over here. That's why I stopped at you.
Hey, man, I have a few of these.
Yeah,
They're smoking 3 times better.
that's what I'm talking about, man.
Smooth. Taste is great. And it's burning nice and slow, man. It's nice.
Yeah. Steve-O, how that shark holding up for you?
Oh, just like usual, man. Always very super smooth. You can't never go wrong with any Opus X out there. But this is very smooth smoke. At Lost City, though, that's different.
You're looking at it like you want to jump on. Trav.
I do. Out of all the Opuses, that Lost City is probably my favorite over any of the ones that I smoke.
Now, Mike, we're gonna get it back to Mike. Mike, now earlier, what'd you say?
Go ahead, the fuck what you going?
Oh man, hey man, I'm moving, bro. I'm moving. Earlier, you was telling us about when you went to the Fuente farm with Carlito. Tell the people a little bit about that.
So you're talking about getting picked up at the airport, or are you talking about going to the plantation?
It's your world, brother.
Well, it's since we're talking about Opus, we're talking about Lost City, we're talking about the shark. You go. They invite you. They take you to the Opus room. There's 25 people rolling Opus for the world. Each individual leaf they put into a cylinder rather than bunching the leaves together.
Yes, sir.
It's quite a bit of art that goes into it. It's just a phenomenal process they use. All the tobacco is grown at Chateau Fuente and their plantation. Just a beautiful spot, and I'm seeing 19 crimes being cracked up while I'm talking about this shit. That hurt my feelings.
Yes.
Shout out to Snoop.
All my $10 bottle of wine people out there.
It's I've been fortunate to be hosted a couple times by the Fuentes, and every time it's a phenomenal trip. Phenomenal.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
When is the next trip?
We'll have to figure that out, but it's coming.
Man,
Hey, that's the same thing Kenny want to ask. When
Nah,
the next
just
trip?
remember, I'm going before any of you guys.
We believe it.
That's a fact.
believe that.
Hold on, Kenny. I'm getting on that damn.
Yes,
in
sir.
the coach.
Chris, you already had your tour.
Yes, we did.
We had a
man.
great
And we
tour.
had a wonderful time, man. We've thanked my brother over here many times. He probably tired of us telling him thank you for that experience. Smokey. I gotta ask this before I get back to Mike and Kenny. How's your Java mint holding up? You got Padrons, you got ER fine cigars, you got Opus, Sharks, and Lost
Smoking
City.
the 19 crimes of cigars.
How's your Java holding up, brother?
Hey, man. I know y'all ragging me for my Java, man, but my Java never let you down, man. Hey, y'all could smoke Java, and y'all know y'all like it. Hey, man, I just put it like this here, man. Always smooth, always easy on the smoke. I love it, man.
Hey, man. Kenny, How you feel about infused cigars, brother? I gotta ask the tobacconists in the room.
I don't have a problem because my thing is everybody got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And me, I started with regular cigars. I didn't start out with the infused and then went to regular tobacco. I started out straight up. Matter of fact, my first cigar, my boy E gave me. We was on the bikes out riding. We was hanging at the clubhouse, and I smoked that cigar, and I went to get up, and he had to grab me.
What was it?
It was a Perdermo.
So it was champagne? Was it the champagne?
No.
Oh,
It was a
man.
Lot 23.
So it wasn't infused.
No, it wasn't infused.
Oh, that's
I
good.
never did the infused stuff.
Okay. So you all natural. Steve, since we on the infused cigars, let the people know what we used to smoke.
First cigars, bro. Shit. Them back knockers.
So when we first started this off, I think Cuban Delights was our first cigars we used to smoke when we.
We've grown a lot.
We definitely have grown a lot. I still enjoy infused cigars. Just depends on the mood and how I feel. I like it with a good cup of coffee sitting on the back porch smoking. But at the same time, I could sit here and smoke an Opus X with a cup of coffee. It just, once again, it's to each his own on what they want. There's never the wrong answer when it comes to smoking cigars. It's about what floats your boat.
What about them factory?
I was gonna ask you what
Put
about
them
those.
bitches in the
No,
trash.
Never.
I ain't got no problem with them.
Never.
I ain't got no problem with them.
Trav,
they're terrible.
what happened the last time you smoked the factory,
Here we go.
Trav?
What was that? I think it was the 5th. Was it the 5th?
We hear this every time we have the podcast. That
No,
mother
man,
about throw
it
up.
just, the way everybody was talking about it and this and that, I never smoked it, never even really heard of it. And Z ended up giving me one, so I lit it up. And
Shout out to Z.
Now, mind you, this is after smoking.
He gave you that cigar.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, it was.
I like that total.
I had just smoked the Opus X 888.
Always share.
Everything was running good.
You smoked
Drink-
the hold on,
everything
hold on.
was good.
Don't just brush past that. You smoked the Opus X 888,
There's the
and
problem
then
already.
you smoked the what?
A factory smoke.
Yeah, there's the problem
And-
already. There's
and
absolutely the problem.
I didn't know
already.
what to expect, but everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we used to smoke them back in the day." So I'm like, "Okay, all right, well, just he gave me one. I lit it up, and on the first inhale, it like something choked me, man. It made me throw up. Literally, I couldn't even get a second drag on it. Everything just came up, man. So never again.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
Factory smoke.
Just remember, Trav,
Steve don't like
everybody
throw up.
started from somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, Steve don't like.
That's a
Steve
rubber
don't like
start.
that you say that about the factory now.
Man,
I
that
still
is
smoke.
terrible, man.
Y'all should see the look on Mike's face. He turning about fire red. Mike, how do you feel about infused
Smoking
cigars,
an
bro?
888 Opus, and then he's drawn on a factory smoke. You deserved it. You deserve what you got.
He deserved to throw up.
He like, to my defense, I didn't know. Like he just handed it to me, like, "Hey, here you go. This is what I got. Try this." So I don't know what a factory smoke is.
That's a rule to everybody. Don't just grab what people hand you.
Hey man,
Ask
statement.
questions.
I've learned my lesson.
when it's coming from
Literally.
Z, you got the tread light. I'm sorry. I love you, Z.
Hey, Z got it from the bar because it's in the humidor. they sitting back there. They've been there. They aged a good 3 years now.
Yeah.
You got three
You was trying to
aged
get.
Unfortunately,
What was that you were trying to get rid of that time?
Oh man, there was the factory smoke sun grow, man.
oh,
They were terrible.
it's a trend.
We was
It's a
hey,
trend.
hey,
Motherfucker smoking Phillies at the gas station.
hey, but that sun growing had a whole branch in the middle of that damn thing.
Man.
I pulled that shit out. It was straight hollow after that.
Well, y'all gonna be surprised by my next question because I know the answer, but I wanna see what Mike says. What's your top selling brand in here? Top selling cigar, I would say.
I would say our top selling cigar is Padron 3000.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say the other one.
What's your top
The
selling
one, the
infused?
one. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's the Deadwood series. That old fat bottom.
That's what I. Yeah.
Oh,
Sweet
shit,
Jane,
fat
Crazy,
bottom.
The three
Yeah.
bitches. Yeah.
Now,
they do
is
well.
that because of both genders?
Yes.
Yes.
Without question.
So a lot of ladies are smoking the fat
It's,
bottom,
it's the first gender neutral cigar I've seen.
And males.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cause they could keep that. What's the other one?
The
That don't
leather
smoke.
rose.
Leather rose. That jive ain't no.
How do the leather rolls move in here?
She moves just fine.
Just fine.
Yeah.
She's just fine.
Damn.
Throughput is good for that
That was
one.
good for that.
all the girls move.
Yep.
All the girls do well.
Well, y'all can tell, man, I know Mike real well, know Kenny real well, and I've learned a lot as far as business and different things about life from these two brothers, man. I love talking to them. I love to see how they deal with different people, and I want to ask them, what are the customer pet peeves that you may have? Some of the things that you want motherfuckers to stop doing when they come in here. I'm gonna start with Kenny because I know he got quite a bit of them.
Now, one of the pet peeves is we get some of the customers that come in and they start talking about, all the Cubans they done smoked, and
Yeah.
I mean, then you try to take them and compare stuff that's similar in profile to the Cubans,
Right.
and by the time they leave out the humidor, they down in the $6 and $5 rack.
Yeah.
And that's what they walking out the humidor with. But they tell you about all the Cubans that they buy online and all the Cubans they smoke. And then when you show them Padron and Fuente and stuff like that,
Yeah.
once they look at the price, they don't want to pay it.
So they buying the Cubans that are on the beach in the islands.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. I'm about to say they going there.
They buying
The
the
fakes. Yeah, man. Them fakes ain't no good, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. Mike, what's your customer pet peeves?
I'll say this: if somebody takes the time to walk through my door,
Yes, sir.
I'm going to do everything I can to listen to them
Yeah.
and put them in a spot where they want to be. So I don't really have any peeves because they're willing to spend their hard-earned dollar in here.
Right.
I'll listen to them. I'll work with them. One of our core values in the business is not to sell a cigar to somebody. It's to be honest with them and sell them cigar after cigar. And I think if you really are willing to listen to people
Yeah.
and not tell them, but just listen, then you'll be okay.
Keep them coming back.
Yeah, that's the goal.
I love it, man. Since y'all brought it up, I'm gonna go around the room with this one to see how. Since everybody has smoked Cubans and everybody smoked New World cigars, I want to see how right now, as far as our journey and you all's journey, how do you feel about Cubans versus New World? I'm gonna start out by saying I personally feel like Nicaraguan tobacco is beating out Cuban tobacco to me, and I've smoked several Cubans, but it's hard to put one up against Padrones. I'm gonna start with Steve on this one. How you feel about that, brother? Cubans versus New World.
Sometimes, and I haven't smoked a lot of Cubans out there, but sometimes I think it's about the nostalgia of having wanting what you can't have because the availability is not always there.
Amen, brother.
So
Amen.
people want to talk about that, but I think they may be outdated because of their availability to people.
Yeah.
When you go to the Arturo Fuente, the factory, and you get in all these Nicaraguans, Dominicans, and all these different things there. I don't think I've smoked a Cuban that I would choose over what I currently smoke on the higher end side of what I currently smoke.
Okay.
Not saying somebody doesn't like it, but typically when I run into people and they talk about they smoking Cubans, you honestly don't know if they have, and they don't honestly know if they have, because when you talked about where they got it from, if anytime you go to the Caribbean, or you go to the DR, and you go on anybody's beach, they're talking about all these Cubans. They'll put all these wrappers out there, and they're hard to distinguish. But you're smoking a Cuban because somebody told you you're smoking a Cuban doesn't really mean that you are. So I just think they're overrated from my experience out there, and it's because of like. You want to drink white Hennessy because they only sell it at duty free.
Yeah.
But it straight tastes like shit.
Straight garbage.
At the end of the day.
It's the worst Hennessy they make.
Yeah, it's the baby. It's the baby of all the Hennessy's. It's really the cheapest
White
one.
Hennessy the worst they make.
Because the fact that you can't get it,
You're right.
That's right.
people go crazy over it.
I
I can't believe I just came back from a cruise last month, and they selling it for $60 a bottle duty free.
That's cheap because
And
it's
I
$80. It's
can't-
$80 a
I can't
bottle.
believe that people pay $60 for that.
Hey, 3 years ago it was 40.
It was 40.
I haven't seen it less than 80 in my travels here in the last couple of years on what they charge us duty free. But if you sat there and you drank it and compared it to anything else, it's the baby of all Hennessy's. It's just because it's only a duty free item that makes it that it gives it that nostalgia. And I think Cubans are the same way. You know?
It's just the name that sell it, bro. It ain't even really. I mean, you know me. I just get a bottle every time somebody go out into the Caribbean, man. And I was drinking it. And I was like, man, this job ain't really the best Hennessy. I think regular Hennessy
is better than white Hennessy.
Better than white Hennessy.
That is.
You know?
Mostly just the chance of just getting something that everybody else can't have access to.
And I do that when I travel. I go to the duty free. I've got like my personal goal to buy something in duty free that they don't sell anywhere else, just from trying it. And I bought the James Hennessy. That's what it was, Chris.
Yeah.
The last trip we had, drank a little bit of that. Really good Hennessy. Is it the best thing on earth? Probably not, but it's definitely better than that white Hennessy. But it was a nice taste. I just like trying things that you can't get, but I'm not going to get caught up in the nostalgia of it. And the first time I ever drank white Hennessy, somebody gave me a shot of it. And I think I poured part of that shot back in the bottle before it was said and done. It was so terrible. I was like, who wants this? It's straight. It's rock gut. It's moonshine of Hennessy.
You did the Sean. You pulled it over your shoulder.
I didn't want to do that, but I sat there on that shot glass. I remember I was sitting at a friend's house for New Year's. The wives went out, and we sat there, and he poured me a shot of that. I tasted it. I didn't shoot it. I just tasted it. I never made it past the taste. And there's still nothing, but people still want it. You know, we travel, hey, bring a
People
bottle of white Hennessy back.
always want what they can't get, man.
Right, and they doubled the price over the last few years on that. It's a terrible Hennessy.
So
that Hennessy Black is way better than most. So far, it's probably my favorite Hennessy. I haven't been into cognacs for too long, as far as diversifying my taste buds, but that Hennessy Black is probably one of my favorite Hennessy's.
My man Kenny would say you need to try Privilege.
You got to go
before you make that
Privilege
decision.
or the XO.
I've seen it.
That XO good, man.
Yeah,
that
price
XO is good. Man.
Yeah, I think I saw the XO at duty free. The decimal point was slightly further to the right.
But it's worth it.
Yeah.
The decimal point can't move, man.
Is that a $400 bottle? Is that?
It depends on where you get it from.
Yeah. I was trying to remember. It's at duty free. It wasn't $200. I think it was because the James Hennessy was $200. It was like $180.
One something.
Is it worth the price point?
Yeah, definitely.
We definitely got to try it one day. Not getting too far off topic though. Smoky, Cubans versus New World, man. I know we went on to Hennessy, but
man, you know me.
Let's get back to cigars.
I brought some Cubans. I brought some Cubans back one time, and you put it in the humidor.
Yeah,
and you let it sit for a long time. Mm-hmm. It smoked good, but I could still tell there was. Even though I wasn't a smoker back then, you was just like smoke. It's still a knockoff.
Yeah,
but it smoked good. But I can't say I smoked many Cubans.
Did you get it off the beach?
Yeah, I did. I did.
What you say, Mike? Don't buy cigars off the beach, brother.
Nope. I'm just thinking out loud here. Probably not the right play, brother.
Right. So
but that's when we was fresh in the game, though.
Yeah, we was fresh in the game then. I mean, with me, it's been hard for me because I like the sweet taste on the back end of the cigar because I guess the harshness. But when you gave me that damn Opus X,
Purple Rain.
Nah, he's talking about the rare black.
The
rare black, man. That thing was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, that thing.
Mike still beat me up about that, but I told him, I said, man, it was my daughter was being born. I had to do something.
Yes, sir. I mean, $100 cigar, bro. That
I
thing.
Appreciate it. I sure appreciate it. I sat on it for a year and some change.
Don't worry, I've had plenty since then.
Yeah.
hey, but we still got that thing sitting in our humidor.
That sweet
What's
pea.
that?
That sweet pea.
Oh yeah. When we was in DR, Mike, they gave us a sweet pussy.
Oh, did they?
Yes. And
I forget the man's
we're
name.
We're still sitting on it.
Some of us are. Not everybody is.
I'm still sitting on
sitting on
So
it.
am I.
I'm gonna smoke it when we go out of town.
Yeah, I
Taking
can't
it
wait
to
to
you bringing it to
smoke
Costa Rica?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it to Costa Rica.
All right.
Nice. Mike, I gotta ask you, brother, before we leave this subject. Cubans versus New World. How you feel?
You know, I've smoked some Cubans. Recently, I smoked some Cubans. We went to Belize, stopped at duty free, picked up some cigars. to say they were disappointing would be a fair statement. Maybe the expectation was too high, and that's on me. But as Senior told me many years ago, Carlos Fuente, good tobacco makes for great cigars. Shitty tobacco will always be shitty.
Yes, it is.
And so it just, you smoke a lot of Padron, smoke a lot of Fuente. It's tough. It's tough for others to step up, right?
Yeah.
And consistency. And one was plugged, one wasn't plugged.
Yeah.
So I took them as real Cubans. That's a big problem too. It's hard to delineate between one or the other. So I don't even take the risk. A guy gifted me a Quaba a couple weeks ago. I lit that thing up the other night. I took 2 puffs. It was like it was so hard to draw on. I said, it's not even worth it, man.
So it wasn't even rolled right, basically.
Well, Quaba's a unique shape, right? So it's a perfecto shape.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't worth the effort. It's just not worth the effort, right? If you have to work a cigar, what's the point in doing it? It's about relaxing. It's not about working. Right?
It's about relaxation.
Is that right, Trav?
When the blood leaves your brain when you're pulling on it, that's a problem.
It is.
Oh man, smoking a cigar like you're smoking a cigarette. Pulling on it, can't get nothing through it.
So have y'all had any great Cubans? Like, have you had
I think
a great
the last great one I had is about 10 years ago. Siglos.
That's a long time.
Cuban? Siglo.
That's a long time, Kenny.
I mean, recently you could tell there's a big difference in the Cuban tobacco. It's not the same.
Yeah, Kenny and I had a gentleman that works in the. Does he work in the consulate in Cuba?
Yes.
And he brought back and he was giving us Cubans.
Yep.
Man, couldn't make it through him. Couldn't make it through the cigar.
Couldn't. No.
And he was excited. He was excited about these cigars. He was pumped.
They really got to get on their quality control.
Or aging of tobacco, right?
Right.
That's the game. That's the game.
So what does the agent do to it?
So it's going to mellow out the tobacco, take a lot of that harshness out of the cigars. And when you're selling a cigar for $50, $60, $70, which are Cubans now, it's got to knock you on your ass every time you smoke it, just from a full flavor perspective and an enjoyment. And that only comes with aging tobacco 5, 6, 7, 8 years, right? Like our friends in Nicaragua and Dominicans are able to do.
But like Padron, the anniversary series, especially the Family Reserve, is like aged, I want to say about 10 years.
Close to 7, 8, 9, 10 years, right?
Yeah.
But it's how they sort the tobacco, and they're choosing perfect leaves for that line only. And there's so much that goes into it that's a science that we can't imagine. But the master blenders, they know what's going on with it, right? So Cuba doesn't grow as much tobacco as it used to. The fields have gone to hurricanes have hit them and everything else. Dollars, so it's Cuban cigars back in the day were great, without question, right? I just think it's changed a little bit over the years.
And they've jacked their price up so much. When I was where did I just come from? Jamaica. I was at the airport and they had a cigar shop in there, and the guy had some Cohibas. He was trying to sell them to me. He said, "Yeah, everything that went up by 100%."
Yep.
I was like, "This thing's $150 for this Cohiba?" I said,
the
there's no way.
The Cubans made a
I've
concerted
seen some
effort
300
to sell only to a certain level income person.
Yeah.
And they're dealing a lot with Asians, right?
Yeah.
So they've gone to that. They've made that choice. That's their business model. That's cool. But for a person like myself and yourself to spend $150 on a cigar, to me, it doesn't fit my decimal points, as you would say.
Exactly. Exactly.
It got to fit the tax bracket.
Yep.
Something to Smoke To podcast, man. AG Cigars, man. This is beautiful, man. I've been waiting a long time for this one, man. I'm glad to be in here. It's done went from the day to the night. We still here. They had to wait on us to set up, but they were patient with us, and I appreciate that.
Our production crew was slow today.
Well, I was moving over to Trav. He is the production crew.
The movers were slow today,
Trav, I don't want to leave this before I get to ask you. You recently smoked some Cubans. How do you feel? Because we've all seen your humidor full of Opus and Padrons. So how do you feel about your Cubans you got in the mix?
I would say my experience was a little different, primarily because it was kind of like my real first Cuban. So I really wouldn't compare it to Monte Cristo number 2. I enjoyed it. Like it was just different. It wasn't the taste. the experience with it and what I was pairing it with was just different from the Fuente. So I'm doing this new suggestion that you all of not comparing.
Yeah,
but just my experience with it was actually really, really good. Me and my brother-in-law went in on a box, or not a box, but they brought some back, and I like it.
Okay,
it's more.
You like the ones you've had?
Yes,
I would say. Okay,
And I would take a Monte Cristo over a Cohiba any day.
I would. I mean, from all these opinions, I probably would too.
Well, Mike hadn't said it yet, but the what was it, Mike? The Siglo 2 or the Siglo 1 Cohiba? Which one did you prefer?
So it was I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it was a short, thick ring gauge Cohiba that was really good. And I bought a box of Monte number 2s, and
that's what that's what Trav.
And they were dog shit.
Oh, shit. My man.
Actually, I took
Mike said they were dog shit.
I took him down to my great friend down in Miami, gave him to his father. He couldn't light the cigar. He's Cuban.
Yeah.
The man is Cuban.
Oh, wow.
Couldn't even get the number 2s lit.
Damn.
Wow.
So I gave him a Padron to blow on. He's so happy he couldn't stand it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll work on that quality control, man. We're going to keep it going, man, and I want to ask the whole room this next question. So far in your journey, what do you feel is your best cigar moment? The time that you remember you lit up a cigar and life was in order, man. Kenny, we're going to start with you on this one, brother. What's your best cigar moment?
I would say it was how many years ago it was, and it was my birthday, and Mike gave me, I think, one of the original 40ths.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that cigar! And I mean, how long you had it back there aging for?
Oh, I don't even remember the years. It was original release, right? So
Yeah.
it was the first batch to come out. Now, keep in mind, Kenny also plowed down a bottle of wine that night before he went on his natural wine kick. Okay,
But that cigar was better than sex.
Oh, shit. Wow.
there you go, man. There you go.
Hey.
There you
That's
go.
all.
That's hard to say right there.
That's a hell of a cigar.
Well,
And
Mike,
it was a hell of a birthday smoke.
hey, man. Mike, what was your best cigar moment? God damn, Kenny.
My best cigar
The
moment
bar is hot.
was at my daughter's wedding.
Yeah.
So we had a cigar bar, and she's 30 years old. Her husband is 30, right around the same age. And I said, well, we got all these young kids coming. There weren't a lot of mature people there. I'm thinking, man, I'm going to put all these cigars out. Fuente special labeled some cigars for us.
Oh, wow.
We had 40th, we had exclusivos on the table. I said, ain't nobody going to smoke these. Man, these kids were blowing on these cigars, man. It was unbelievable. We went through 150 cigars that night.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
Right?
What?
In a 5-hour period.
Yeah.
And it was to see the wedding was epic, and this just topped off the whole setup. You know, my daughter, she's an incredible young lady. Her and my wife put the whole thing together, and it was just to see everybody having that great of a time really brings a lot of joy to your life, right? And that's what cigars bring to you.
That's what
they
about.
bring it to you.
It's about the experience and the memories,
It
man.
is.
It's a snapshot in time. Steve-O, what's your best cigar moment so far? We've had plenty, but what's your best?
Yeah, and I don't know if I could put it down to a specific moment, but there are times where, first of all, a cigar just makes the world disappear. And some of my best moments is when I'm just sitting in my backyard. You know, that's my peace on earth is back there, and you just playing a little bit of smooth jazz in the back, and you just sitting there smoking and just not thinking. You know, you just the world is just not there for you. Those are probably my best moments, but there's also those moments with this group, you know, whether it's us traveling or somewhere, you know, we'll sit there and we'll be talking, chopping it up, talking shit. Then there'll be like this moment of silence and you're just smoking, man. It's like unsaid.
Yeah.
You just sitting there, it's like, man, this is the shit. We ain't doing nothing. We just walked over a few houses or drove a few miles down the road, and we just don't give a fuck. Those are my moments right there.
That's what I'm talking about. Amen. Smoking. How what's your best moment, brother?
I would say when we went to the Dominican, man, and they gave us them rejects. I'm sorry, man. For those to be rejects,
the ones we got at the factory, right?
Yeah, we got at the factory, man. Them rejects was hitting, man. Yeah. I mean, like one after the other.
We didn't know they were rejects,
man. They was on point, and that tour to show us what was going on, how they was wrapping those cigars, how they was cooking the cigar. I mean the tobacco. Mm-hmm. And man, where the tobacco was coming from was crazy, man. Like you had some come out of Georgia.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rich Stolak for putting all that together.
Yeah,
Rich Stolak.
Rich
yeah,
awesome,
man.
Phenomenal host.
He's
Phenomenal.
Just a great person, man.
Yep.
Great
Yeah,
person.
man.
Really is.
And I had a great time with those cigars, man, with y'all fellas, and having our time to wind down and really, hey, man.
Playing dominoes on the back of the poolside.
I really like smoking cigars,
yeah,
bro. You know?
That was dope, man. I remember whooping y'all ass in dominoes a whole lot.
Oh, hell, your motherfucking ass, dope, bro.
I was on one that trip.
Yeah, that was my great time, man.
Trav, what you got for us, brother?
I was over here thinking as y'all was talking, giving your memories, man. The one I gotta say is probably the day you opened up your shed, the first day.
Yeah.
You know, I actually seen everybody come out with the family, the wives. Everybody naturally had a good time. Mm-hmm. Everybody was actually really happy. You know what I'm saying? You got your building open.
Right.
First time everybody was able to enjoy.
Yeah.
And it was just a good moment, man.
Hey, man, and from that came Something to Smoke 2 podcast, man.
Yes,
we
sir.
still going. And as far as my best cigar moments so far, I've had plenty. And Mike knows every time I close a property, I come in here and I got to light up something good. And most of the time, he give me something good.
Yes.
But
celebration, brother.
That's right, man. But so far, I would say my best moment is after my daughter's gender reveal, and everybody was gone from the house late because we had to smoke and drink after the reveal. But once everybody was gone, I sat down and smoked a Rare Black, another Rare Black. After that, because I had already smoked one, and I smoked that Rare Black, man, just on the porch by myself, and it was amazing. I that same month, some people don't know, I had closed like $1 million in volume and property, and at the same time I got a baby coming, so I'm feeling good because the money coming in plus the child is on the way, and it's a girl. But a lot of people thought I wasn't happy about it being a girl, but I really didn't care. And I remember that cigar and remember sitting there with, I think we had a little bit of Basil Hayden left. And, of course, that Rare Black overpowered the Basil Hayden, but I didn't even care, man. It was a beautiful cigar, and that's my favorite cigar still after that.
You were just happy your soldiers still work.
Hey, yeah, I had to let them know my soldiers still work. I'm still in the game. I can still make
Chris,
some babies.
You still a young stud.
Yeah.
Hey, put them on reserve, Chris. Put them on reserve.
Hey, they locked up now.
They don't need active duty anymore.
I don't want any more babies now, but the one I got, I love her, and I'm glad she's here, and she will always be linked to that Rare Black.
Yes, sir. Man.
Because of that moment. Speaking of moments, I gotta ask. I'm gonna start with Kenny on this one because he have several on. Me and Kenny crack up all the time. What is your funniest cigar moment that you remember as far as being in here? Or I would lead him and say as far as being in here.
Well, it wasn't in here. The funniest cigar moment was down a couple spots over at Brownstone.
Shout out to Brownstone.
Two guys share a cigar.
Oh, shit. What the hell?
Are you telling me they passed it like a blunt?
They was passing the cigar back and forth to each other. And I was sitting up there like, what the hell?
Where's the damn flag?
That just violates
Now that's
all
a flag
the
on
rules.
the plate.
Where is the flag when you need
Yep.
it? Mike, your funniest cigar moment so far.
It was on the trip to Fuente when we got on the bus and we were all smoking. The next day we go to the factory, and in that day we blazed on about 12 Opus, okay, through the day. And there were some guys that weren't ready for that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It was a wrap, man. a gentleman that I know real well who's a great friend. Him and I were still blazing like 11 o'clock at night. And them guys about 6 o'clock at night, they were done. They were
can only imagine.
Done, man. And to see their faces when we went to light up another cigar, it was hilarious to see them. They tapped out, man. It was like UFC. They were done, man.
Oh, wow.
They were done.
Wow, man. I know you got plenty of memories. Mike has met a lot of people in this industry. He met a lot of legendary people in this industry, and we're going to get to that in a second. Steve-O, what's your funniest cigar moment so far, brother?
I'm going to tap into what Mike said on the cigar factory tour. It's about myself, about breakfast that morning. and what it did to me for the rest of the day, man, because it was a 2-hour journey to that factory. And, man, whatever was in that damn breakfast, man, put me in a bad spot. And we told this story countless times, man. The entertainment value is priceless, but when I say there's not a bathroom that wasn't touched at the factory that day, y'all might not know how many bathrooms they got, but I can tell you it's about 7 of them, because I seen every single one of them. And the funniest part of that whole part, I hadn't met Rich yet because he hadn't came over. So I was on one of my bathroom tours, and the first place I saw him was in the bathroom when I was coming up out of there. I think he was on the phone with his wife or somebody talking. I was like, oh, who's this dude? A few minutes later, he walks into the conference room. I was like, yeah, that was a horrible first impression right there. The bathroom wasn't a good place when I was up in there. It was so bad. Eddie had came and checked on me while I was in there, man. Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember the movie Friday, man, but Mr. Man, that was me, man. I think my feet were on the door. I just don't know what was happening. I got so dehydrated in that place, man, and everywhere we went. I mean, y'all was there. It's like we go to the bar. Where's the bathroom? That's where I was going, man. That's
christening everything.
Man, everything. It was definitely my funniest cigar moment, and unfortunately, I'm the butt of that joke, literally.
Note to self: when you go on a cigar tour, you take power bars with you.
Yes.
You take stuff like that. Don't eat breakfast at the hotel. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It was a special kind of sausage.
I'm
you
sure
know,
it was.
I drank the sausage. I didn't eat that shit. I drank it. It was, oh my God. It was miserable, man. It was all day long. It never went away. And the funniest part is when Z said he had to go to the bathroom, and Chris said, "You're gonna have to wait." We've all heard the story, man. But
he just took my funniest moment.
we can share on it, because Z was like, "Hey, man, can we just let the white privilege go? If I ask to go to the bathroom, can you please pull over for me too? Because this shit ain't fair, man."
He said it ain't fair.
It ain't fair. And then we get to the bathroom. It's one of the damn stalls is out of order. The other one ain't got no toilet paper. I'm running back to the van with my damn drawers down, damn near my knees, grabbing my Burger King bag, with grabbing some napkins. It was rough. It was rough, but it was definitely entertaining, because if it happened to somebody else, I'd never stop talking about it. But unfortunately, I was the butt of that joke.
Oh,
literally.
my God. Something to Smoke 2 podcast, man. AG Cigars, man, my favorite place in the world, man. I have a good time in here. We've been talking about cigars for a long time, man. Y'all knew this was going to be cigar heavy on this podcast because we on location today. But we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to get into this NCAA rundown. NCAA, I haven't pulled it up, but anybody know who's in the final Sweet 8 or wherever we are, 4, where we are right now? Who's in the Final 4, Kenny?
I think you got UConn.
Yeah.
San Diego State.
San Diego State. Miami, and Florida Atlantic.
San Diego State beat Alabama, right?
Yeah.
And then Miami took out Texas, was their most recent one, and before that they took out another number. Was it last week? All the number ones got eliminated on the men's side.
Yeah.
It was. Can't nobody have a bracket left. It's not possible.
No.
San Diego State beat
Alabama. Yeah, I mean they controlled most of the game. Then Alabama came back for a little while. Then San Diego State came back and took it from them. Alabama was trying to make a run. They just couldn't sustain it, man. And then right after that, another number one went down from, I think Miami took out Houston.
Yeah.
And then Miami turned right back around and took out Was it UConn or Texas?
Texas.
No.
Texas.
Nah,
Because you were
UConn is in
surprised.
there.
You were surprised about
Yeah,
that.
because I thought the game was actually going to, the way it started out, I thought that's the way the game was going to go.
Yeah.
But one of their strengths is they're a running team, and big teams have a hard time in the second half. So once they got to running in the second half, man, it was kind of over.
And we already know you got Miami, huh?
All day. All day.
Miami in the building. Smoke, you are a basketball aficionado. What you feel about the NCAA right now?
Hey man, we have those.
Are you drinking too much?
Yeah, I have drunk a little bit.
Yeah, he was a long time to answer that.
Hey, man, we got these two teams that's first in the Final Four. Miami and San Diego State, man.
sir.
You know,
No, Florida Atlantic. This
Florida
ain't first.
Atlantic.
ain't first
I'm
time.
gonna say Florida Atlantic. Yeah. So
It'd be nice
Times
if Florida,
have
Atlanta,
changed.
and Miami is in there.
it's
Times
gonna
have changed.
Yes, sir.
times have changed to see who
Sir.
spending their money to get these recruits, man.
Yep.
And
The best players.
100%
get these
correct.
best players. But you already know, man, when it's time to play ball, them dogs gonna show up.
Yeah. And this is,
And San Diego State showed up, bro.
But
They
you gotta-
played ball, bro.
but all the teams ain't spending the money. FAU is not spending the money like that.
No.
And they just have a well-built team.
Right.
Mature
Literally.
team. Mature team.
Who you got this year, Mike?
Well, I didn't really have anybody because I didn't follow it much this year, but the tournament always excites everybody. And I'm watching the games. Kenny and I are sitting up here watching the games,
Yep.
and I'm like, man, these teams just aren't very good. They can't shoot the ball, man.
Yeah.
They're athletic as hell,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
shooting the rock, man, they can't throw it in the ocean.
Yeah, it seemed like they're winning off defense and,
Yeah.
and rebounding and all the other things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you the
I
truth.
think the strongest team left is UConn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell
definitely.
you the truth though. All for the fellas, but that LSU, them girls, man.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Yeah, I was
girls
going
are-
to the ladies.
The girls putting on the show, man.
You
Them
must,
girls
must
was-
not seen South Carolina.
I have.
Shout out to my girl Dawn.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Don
Shout out to my girl.
Nice, ain't she?
Yeah. She got them girls playing.
Yeah.
Most definitely, man, and not just, it's not a one season thing with her. She's been able to run that back. Now, winning it last year, I think the year before that they were eliminated. A year before that, is it?
Nah, they won
They
last
won
year.
last year, too.
No, not last year, but the year
The year
before.
before that, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So they have 2 championships, or
Nah, they won last year.
right? They won last year,
They
but
didn't win
they
the
made it to
year
either the
before.
Final Four or the
Yeah.
championship and lost to maybe Stanford. I don't remember
Yeah.
a couple years ago. But what she's done with that team shows her sustainability on what they're going to have for the future. But when it comes to fundamental basketball, the women's basketball is always going to show you fundamentals of basketball.
They shoot.
Yeah.
They most
shoot.
most definitely are.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. Moving on to the NBA. I want to ask the room, well, at least a couple of us, NBA injuries fucking up the playoffs, fucking up the playoff picture. How y'all feel about that?
Hey, when you build a super team
Yes, sir.
and you have one of your super team guys go down, because you ain't got nobody behind them. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
It's a wrap, man.
Are you referencing Phoenix?
No, Phoenix Durant's coming back, but the Clippers are in trouble.
Yep.
Lakers
Paul
are in
George.
trouble. And, those other teams that are trying to compete with those super teams,
Yeah.
it's tough, man.
Yeah,
But
right.
when one guy goes down, or you got an enigma like, the one guy that's playing in Dallas now,
Right.
it's a whole different game, man. It's just different the way it used to be when I was growing up and seeing these guys play and not leaving teams and the Magic era and the Bird era and MJ, Ray, the GOAT. Let's all remember
The
that.
GOAT.
Every once in LeBron,
The GOAT.
the GOAT
The
is
GOAT.
MJ
All day.
all day long.
That's another topic.
No, it's not.
It's one we got to get into.
Hey, hold
MJ
on,
is the GOAT.
He is the
Do you think
GOAT.
the NBA is going to mimic the college playoffs, or
What you mean?
meaning like everybody at the beginning of the season had the idea of who was going to make it to the playoffs?
But that's every
But
year.
yeah, but this year it's look like maybe a couple people that nobody thought would even touch the
Yeah,
playoffs.
and
Well-
nobody expected Cleveland. Nobody expected Sacramento.
Yeah, so it's starting to look like same
Yeah,
thing
but-
in college
but
basketball.
you-
Teams, they regular season teams. But
Yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see. what it-
7-game series is going to be a whole different
Yeah.
ballgame.
Yeah.
Whole
That-
different ballgame.
That's what I keep saying about my Warriors.
Yes. But y'all just going to be in trouble when you go on the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why we got to talk about the road, brother? Y'all know the Warriors have had plenty of trouble on the road.
I wouldn't write Steph and Clay off. I just
Yeah.
wouldn't do
Never.
that.
Hey,
Nah,
when
you
they come
can't-
to when they come to playoff basketball, this is a different beast, bro.
Yep.
You can never write the Warriors off at any time.
It's a different kind of pressure when you get into the playoffs.
And to me, if the Suns gonna do anything, it would surprise me.
Yeah.
Because I want to see Durant step up with somebody.
The room got quiet in there.
Y'all keep forgetting my boy Giannis.
Do y'all think
now.
Durant gonna get in?
Don't forget about Giannis. Milwaukee gonna bring some noise.
Well,
Yeah, they always bring the
some
noise.
noise,
You know what I'm saying? But will they finish though?
Well, that's what I was about to say. Boston and the Bucks, and I would say the 76ers, they're running things right now, in my opinion.
I don't
As
know
far as,
about
especially Boston and the Bucks.
Yeah.
They 1 and 2 in the East.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like
Lawrence
they had too
Tatum.
many injuries.
Lawrence Tatum don't disappear in the big games.
Yeah.
You know, as long as he going against the Warriors, you know, I don't care.
But if you manage to have a healthy Embiid in the playoffs, the Sixers are somebody to be reckoned with. That's
Yeah.
for sure. 'Cause he's always got these anomaly injuries that happen to him every year.
But they're gonna need him for every game.
Yeah.
Of course you will. I mean,
Yeah, you definitely gonna need Embiid for that team.
So
No
Chris,
doubt.
who scare you? Who you don't want to see?
As far as the Warriors,
Yeah.
I don't want to see none of these motherfuckers, especially on the road. Man, oh my God! Right now,
There ain't nobody in
I
the
don't
West.
think-
There ain't nobody in the West that's going to just crush it. There's a lot of mediocrity going on over there.
Yeah.
You know, the East, you got 4 teams that got a real shot at
Right.
getting to the finals.
But we knew we was gonna see this about the mediocrity because you ain't got the star player like that besides LeBron and Steph. Think about it.
Oh,
Who
you can't count KD out.
Yeah. I mean, you just
and you can't count Giannis out.
Nah.
I think you
can't
got
count.
plenty of stars, but I think beyond them is where the problem lies.
I think you can count Durant out depending
Yep.
on what team you with.
Yep, I agree with you 100%. What's
Yeah.
KD done when he wasn't with Golden State?
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
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 KD's a little.
That's what I say about
sensitive,
KD, man.
but
I mean, you could take it all the way back to OKC.
Yep.
You know, the only time he did something there is when he had
without Westbrook.
Yeah,
Without Westbrook.
No. But that's what I'm saying. He
was
had to
only
have
with
Westbrook. He had to have that whole cast.
No,
to make it in.
He did 21 straight without Westbrook.
Yeah, that's games. But
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
ring. How many rings he got with him?
No, it ain't
How
gonna
many
be
rings?
none.
Where did he get rings at?
Because they don't know
Golden
who the leader
State.
is.
Exactly.
Hold on,
Exactly.
hold on. KD's awesome. So let's be
No,
clear with
no,
that.
no.
Yeah.
KD,
Yeah, we know that.
KD
But he ain't.
is awesome, but I wouldn't even put him nowhere near LeBron because everybody was trying to have that conversation for a little moment when he was with Golden State.
Right.
But since he left and you don't have that supporting cast, he's just a really great player.
Right. KD is really a role player, and he want to stick in his role.
he's not a leader.
He don't care about the leader part of it. So
You can't be the GOAT if you don't
it's
want to be the
hard to
leader.
say, well, the Suns always be a threat. They always been a threat. So KD can only add, I think.
I still don't think they have the cast to
It's
run.
gonna be on Chris Paul to lead that team, and just
How many times has Chris Paul led a team to the championship?
True statement.
well, damn.
Zero.
In the West, you have to be
And the truth
afraid of
comes
Golden
out.
State at the end of the day. In the West, you have to be afraid of Golden State. No matter what they've done during the season, you get in there, like you said, the playoffs
Golden
are
State is the
different.
new Spurs, bro.
Yeah,
Amen.
and they're gonna play different, man. There's a different kind of pressure. They're used to that pressure. Other teams may not be used to that pressure,
Right.
and they don't have the results that they're getting. Nobody expected it last year. They didn't like
Told you.
dominate
Right.
going in, but when they got in there, it was like, oh man, it's over.
So your boy Ben Simmons out again.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons is not playing basketball for the rest of his life.
37 next year, 40 the following year, guaranteed.
Oh my, guaranteed
Guaranteed.
to sit on the bench.
My
Can't
man.
believe Brooklyn. Yeah,
Get it, man.
He's smart.
So,
He's super
do y'all
smart.
think Ben Simmons is the smartest player to ever play?
No, but he hadn't fall into the shit. Sometimes you fall into it.
Hey, is he smarter than Kawhi?
Hey,
Kawhi don't say nothing, so you don't know how smart Kawhi is.
I'm just saying, neither one of them play.
But Kawhi-
badly. We seen Kawhi a lot this year, though.
Hey, Kawhi wants championships, man. You can't say nothing, but you put those rings on, it defines.
Changes the game.
Yep.
Only got
Changes
one.
the game.
Ben Simmons riding
One
that
good
bench.
one that was his.
One good one.
Ben Simmons riding that bench making $40 million, man. That is amazing.
Brooklyn was real dumb
Still,
for trading
and
for him.
still was out for
Hey,
a
that
whole couple
Ben
of
Simmons
seasons.
gets a hemorrhoid. He ain't fucking playing, man. I'm telling you, the guy ain't playing.
If he need a Tylenol, he ain't playing.
He ain't playing.
He is not.
Oh my God.
There's some real drama queens in the NBA. At the end of the day, Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, and a few others that's out there, man. They got other things in their mental.
I wouldn't put Kyrie with Ben though.
No, not from a skill set. I wouldn't put it in there or
He always
just
got some
flaking out.
some drama
but,
going
but he's
on.
got some other things going on in his life that just make him
Obsolete.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it does, and he stays hurt. You know, go throughout his career. How many years has he been healthy the whole way through? I'd question ever. His healthiest was the COVID year because he was a part-time player.
So we don't have no more superstars then.
No, you got the superstars, but they, like Mike said, they're trying to create these super teams, and all these people don't mesh together. So far, Luka and Kyrie, that's not working out. They playing puff give on who we playing, who's sitting.
We said that from the get go.
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah. We sure did.
They play better when one missing.
What I mean by that is like you had your Jordan, right? You had your Kobe, right?
That era is over.
You got your LeBron, but I'm just saying though, the league builds on having that one superstar, bro. That superstar that is great.
But that's how most teams are. You have that one superstar, and then you have your supporting cast. But they're trying to put multiple superstars on a team, and they don't play good supporting roles because everybody can't be the superstar. And you got LeBron and Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is a part-time player. He's a great player when he's there. If he plays for 9 straight games, you're like, oh wow, congratulations.
You're
fortunate. Yeah, you are. But
the crazy thing, man, I seen last night where the Sixers was playing a zone. Mm-hmm. And they used to be illegal defense when you play a certain kind of zone.
Man, they loosen up the rules, bro.
Traveling used to be illegal too.
That's changed. I've seen plenty of teams play zone now, man.
Yeah,
They be moonwalking to the doggone goal.
I just feel like we get back to college being like your biggest revenue maker. Like
Sweet
everybody's
16. That's proven that. You don't think
yeah,
so?
man. They. I'm gonna tell you, there's people in tune on these college games, bro.
Yeah, but not like the NBA though.
Yeah, I still prefer the NBA over college, man. But it's just different than what it used to be. You go back into the 90s, it was a team sport. There was more about defense. Everything now is built around offense. Yep. If you can score 130, 140 points and still lose, I mean, what's that saying about you? I mean, the NFL is no different. Everything's about scoring. It's about protecting the offense because everybody wants to see the show. They don't.
But that shit is dying. Yeah. Fast.
I don't know. The money's there.
Because you got to look like let's just say Jordan era. You had so many teams that was great, not good, great. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like they got great role players that kept everybody. Like I want to see the Pistons. I want to see Boston.
Yeah, but
I want to see the Bullets.
I want to see the Lakers.
You don't even. I want to see
show.
the
But you had teams that
now you is like what? Who?
What was the average score of a game?
100 points? 80, 90 points.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, back
But
then,
they played defense.
They played defense.
That's my point.
No, but bigger than that, you had teams that were together for years.
There was no free agency or salary cap bullshit.
You carried out your contract. You don't just have one good season and want to negotiate.
Yeah.
So Mike, you feel free agency kind of messed up the league too?
Well, what messed up the league was when the superstars decided they wanted to band together and leave 25 teams with no.
They don't hate each other no more,
right? Yeah. Exactly. There's a reason Jordan was great.
Yeah,
because he got his ass beat up.
He did,
and his money wasn't in basketball either, right? He wasn't the highest paid player out there. Nah. He may have been the best player in the world, but he wasn't the highest player. And he also he wasn't nothing without Pippen and those other supporting cast. He wasn't winning championships without him. These days, you think because you put together 3 superstars that's going to do. 3 superstars can't be superstars at the same time. Somebody has to take the back seat.
Somebody got to play the role.
And people aren't willing to do that.
And Kenny's a big Bulls fan. You a big Bulls fan, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it was back then.
But y'all ain't had nothing since Derrick Rose, though.
Nah.
Yeah.
Even with Derrick.
Shout out to D Rose, man. He was a great.
It wasn't enough behind him.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. Something to Smoke 2 podcast, man. Y'all know we had to get our sports in. I'm going to end off with this last subject, and I got to bring this up because this was one of the funniest moments I've had in AG Cigars. I'm going to see if I can jog Kenny memory. We had a customer come in one time, me and you sitting there smoking, and he come in and you just staring at him. I'm like, why is Kenny staring at me? He's talking, doing it, talking to us. I'm not gonna mention his name because he is a good friend, but but you staring at him for a minute, and then you ask him this question: did you dye your fucking beard? Do you? So I'm gonna let Kenny elaborate on that, brother. What happened when you asked this man, did he dye his beard, man?
Nah, because the last time that I seen him, it was a different color. And it was jet black the next time I seen him.
Yeah. And I remember Kenny saying to him, man, you try to keep up with that little girl. You coming in with this dyed beard. So I'm
my man Pkwy.
Oh shit, he said his name anyway. Hey Pee-wee, I wasn't gonna say your name, brother.
To everybody on the cat, it's Mr. Jenkinstein, okay? Mr. Jenkinstein.
All right.
Out there, goddamn.
You know, put the government on there. So before we end off, man, I got to get the room's feelings. How do you feel about that? To dye your beard or not to dye? To dye your beard or not to dye? What you feel, Mike? Because you got the whitest beard in here.
Be who you are, man.
Be who you are.
Be who you are, and appreciate that you're old enough to have a gray beard. And nothing to hide. You are who you are.
It's all wisdom.
Unless you're 25.
Yeah, no shit.
Unless you're 25.
Yeah, you're right about that, Trav.
Well, what about if you got a 25-year-old girlfriend?
No.
You ain't got to keep up with her. That's why she with you.
Right.
She probably like the salt and pepper.
You in the club with her.
Hey, if you got a 24-year-old girlfriend, it ain't about your beard, bitch.
Right.
It ain't about
You
the
trying
beard.
to keep that thing
It's
up.
about that
It ain't even
bank account.
Trying to make it look like doggone Steve Stan.
Jet black.
How you feel about that, Kenny, man?
Me, I just believe in just being natural, who you are. I mean, just age gracefully.
Yes,
Age
sir.
gracefully.
I don't get into all that just for men brushing in.
Yeah.
You see me, I got my gray and my mustache.
You ain't
I'm
lost.
good.
You ain't lose the weight. You ain't lose the weight to keep up with the young girls.
Young girls ain't nothing but trouble.
Is that so?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Like some inside shit going on.
Some brother shit going on right
That sounds like a separate conversation.
The brothers know, don't they?
That's my brother there, brother.
That sounds like an off-air conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
We're going to leave it at that.
Well, we see my man Steve growing his beard out. What you feel, bro?
Hey,
You gonna dye it? You gonna take the just for me to it?
Never gonna do that. My wife loved the beard as it is. She prefers it like that, so I'm gonna rock with that. So I just like they said, age gracefully. If you can rock it, rock it. If it floats your boat to dye your beard, do your thing.
Do your thing.
That's just not gonna be me.
But what if you sitting on the bench like the NBA players and the dye is rolling down your neck?
That's your own problem. I'm never gonna have no dye running down it. I'm gonna have beard oil and wax and all this other stuff to try to maintain this thing because it takes a lot to maintain a beard. That's for sure. But I'm never gonna put anything to alter the color into it.
Hey man,
I'll be that distinguished gentleman from Sonoma Lane.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to the beard gang. I'm gonna end off with Trav. You got the blackest beard in here.
Oh yes.
Do you take any dye to your? Are you dyeing the grays, brother?
Ain't no shame, man. Have me looking like a Dalmatian. It's spotty gray. Can't have that. Till they get a good even salt and pepper. Yeah.
So we have found one of them in the room, man. He said he is gonna die till he die.
He didn't say till he die.
No, just till he even out.
Yeah.
You can't have half.
There you go.
Half gray.
You got a gray
half black.
You need a few more years.
Get like my man Mike before you let the grays show.
Oh yeah. Once it come through,
Yeah.
That is wisdom.
Once it dominates,
wisdom
then you
over
just
there.
let it come on through. Be like Ron one. You know what I'm saying?
What we doing, Chris?
Hey man, I ain't dying shit. I cut it off before I die anything. I go bare-face on y'all.
My shit won't grow, so it don't matter. I got that baby face, I guess.
Are we talking about the beard?
Yeah,
smoke
the beard.
Smoke
Motherfucker, watch your mouth.
his face didn't pass puberty, so you know.
Hey man, I'm blessed. Don't hate on me.
You know what passed puberty was that car payment, didn't it?
Yes, sir. It damn sure did.
You don't want to talk about that.
Hell no.
Yeah. And in case y'all didn't know, Smoke Daddy younger than him.
Damn sure did. See,
That man
my
don't
daddy, he ain't even got no full beard, so that let you know something.
Hey, for real, your daddy younger than you.
Hey, bro. Hey, we aged backwards. Mama younger too. Shit.
Oh man, Something to Spoke To podcast, man. It's been a great night. I want to thank my brothers Kenny and Mike for letting us
Can
come
I add
through.
one?
come in
Can
the
I-
spot.
Can I add one thing? Sorry to interrupt.
You can add
don't
whatever
worry
you
about
want,
it.
brother.
Hey, bro.
This
throw the
impromptu.
audible. Throw the audible.
So I've been sitting here and been smoking Ed's cigar. Okay. And I'm to the
Can't
point
been waiting for this.
of it's getting better and better. So
Transitions.
when we ask about Plasencia and how it fits in the family, it's not a Fuego, it's not a Forte, it's in between those two. Didn't have to relight.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great ash on the cigar. Kudos to Plasencia. Kudos to Mr. Reed for putting together what I consider an excellent cigar. I look forward to it
that's
being
a lot.
part of our portfolio, and people will buy it once, and then they will buy it again and again and again. I'm very excited for it. You know, we're looking for new products in the shop that really hit people the right way.
Yeah.
Ed, this is gonna hit people the right way.
So it's box worthy.
I'm sorry.
It's box worthy.
It is definitely box worthy.
Would you
Okay.
say it's along the lines of the Alma?
I would say it's Alma, but you got Fuego and Forte, right? So you got in between those two. That Maduro is very smooth. It's hitting really well. You know, I'm not done smoking it yet, and I'm down to my last inch, and that's what makes for a great cigar. Is people smoke cigars.
Yeah.
You get to that last inch, you get ready to put your cigar out, and you say, "Wow, I wish I had another inch or two to smoke with that cigar." You know that's a good cigar.
You know when they're going to be available?
I don't know yet. Still working with Mr. Reed on that. We've talked about it a good bit. He's got some stuff he's working through.
Yeah.
He's been working on it for a long time.
Yeah.
And I look forward to it coming out and being able to share it with everybody.
That's all right.
Can I take one home, please?
No.
Well, you can put me down for a box.
Hey, man, you can put me down for a box too,
I just
man.
want 2 of them, please.
I'm really looking forward to smoking that.
I want one out of each of their boxes.
Whoa. Well, you know you're gonna get one, but still.
right.
Something to Spoke To, man. Shout out to ER Fine Cigars. That's the name, right? ER Fine Cigars. We are looking forward to that cigar. Ed Reed, man, you got you a great one. You've been working on it a long time, so you have got the blessing from my guy Mike, man, and I'm looking forward to smoking that cigar.
Yes, sir.
Something to Smoke To podcast, man. AG Cigars, man. We are signing off. I've had a good time, brothers.
Salute.
Salute.
Everybody stay safe.